Hi, Mike Rice, Penn brand manager, here to talk to you about the Fathom Lever Drag 2-speed. So in the past few years, we've launched a Fathom Level 1, then we had the Fathom Star Drag. This year, we're bringing out a Fathom Lever Drag 2-speed. So let's look at the sizing real quick. We've got a 15, a 25N, a 30, the 40N, and the N stands for narrow, so think narrow and taller on the spool. And then we have the 60. And remember, on Penn conventional reels, model number correlates to line capacity. So the 60 holds 300 yards of 60-pound mono, the 15 holds 300 yards of 15-pound mono. Okay, so just like all the other Fathom reels, black satin finish. Don't be fooled, it's not what people refer to as graphite. This is an all-metal body and side plate. When I say body, I'm talking about the frame here. So we've got two metal side plates, metal frame, die-cast aluminum, very solid construction. Not machined aluminum like we use on the internationals and the torque reels. This is die-cast aluminum. You can see here on the spool we've added the line capacity rings like we do on all the other Penn reels. Inside the reel we go to our DuraDrag system. So this is our proprietary top-of-the-line drag material. We use it in our internationals, torque lever drags. We also use it in our squall lever drags. The Fathom uses the DuraDrag material, and that's also greased with Duralube, so it's what we call a wet drag system. When we go to the guts of the reel, the quick shift 2-speed system is right here, and that's what engages and disengages high and low gear inside the reel. We'll look at the gears in a minute, but you push the quick shift in to go into low, you pop it out to go to high. You can do that without taking your hand off the reel, so during the fight you can jump in and out of high, jump in and out of low, whatever you need to do, whatever the fish is doing. When we get inside the reels in this gear box here, and I should mention that the gear ratios are kind of midway up on the low speed. They're not super low, and they're not a 1-to-1. They're in the range of like 2.8-ish, something like that. They pick up anywhere between 15 to 20 yards a line on the low speed. On the high speed, we're picking up anywhere between, say, 30 yards up to about, 30 inches up to about 42 inches per crank in high speed. On the gears, something that's really impressive about them, very top-of-the-line stainless steel material, drilled out to reduce weight. When you compare the Fathom lever drag and the punch that it packs to the weight, the power to weight ratio is very strong in the Fathom. So very lightweight, big drag pressures. So we're getting anywhere from 20 pounds max drag on the 15 up to about 40 on the 40 and 60 size. So 20 to 40 depending on size and your max drag. The Fathoms are going to hit the market fall 2014. Retails are $249 to $299. Check them out at your local retailer. Hi, Mike Rice, Penn brand manager, here to talk to you about an exciting new product, the Slammer 3. It's going to be available fall 2016. There he is. First, from a size range standpoint, we're going to go down. Our smallest size will be the 3500. So think lightweight inshore, 10, 15-pound braid, something like that. And we're going to go up to a 10,500. So this is the biggest spinning reel that Penn offers today. This is the same size that we offer in the Spinfisher V, but by far the biggest spinning reel that Penn offers today. So think 80-pound braid and 60 pounds of drag. You can basically do anything with this reel. Yeah, that's him. That's him. That's him. Wow. Another couple things we need to talk about, the construction. So the frame, side plate, and rotor are all aluminum, so full metal body construction. That's very important for keeping mainly the gears in alignment. And when we talk about gears, we're going to be using our CNC gear technology in this reel. There he is. And a little different than what we've done in the past. This is going to be a full brass system.
Our strongest and smoothest drivetrain yet. The Slammer 3 uses a fully machined brass gear system, which includes the drive, pinion, and oscillation gears. Precision cut to tight tolerances. The gearing in the Slammer 3 is designed for cranking power.
The new Slammer 3 uses our CNC gear technology, and it's all brass. Brass pinion, brass main gear, brass oscillation. And what that means is extreme durability, extreme smoothness, and extreme cranking power. From a drag standpoint, something a little different in the Slammer 3, we're using our DuraDrag system. So this is the first time we've used this drag system in a spinning reel. The new Slammer 3 features our DuraDrag material. This is a proprietary material. and it's a step above HT100 in that it's almost indestructible coming over you.
By utilizing two massive drag washers underneath the spool, the Slammer 3 reaches max drags not previously seen on Penn spinning reels. DuraDrag material is our proprietary carbon fiber with a phenolic coating, which binds the fibers together to create the smoothest, most durable drag material we've ever used.
It's a little different from our standard HT100 washers in that these DuraDrag washers have a phenolic coating. We see very few DuraDrags coming back into the shop for repair. Another main feature that sets this reel apart is our IPX6 sealed rating. So that basically means that this reel can take spray at high velocities from 360 degrees at just about every angle, and water will not get inside the drag system or the gearbox.
The Ingress Protection Rating X6 means the Slammer 3 is sealed from heavy seas and spray, protecting the key internals from saltwater intrusion. With seals on the drag system, around the main shaft and pinion gear, and the body, the Slammer 3 is sealed to our highest standard yet.
That's important when the reels are in the gunnel and they're getting a lot of spray, when you're coming in from a long day offshore, when you're surf fishing and you're taking a wash over, even a quick dunk in the water. These reels are not meant to be reeled underwater, fished underwater, submerged for hours or anything like that, but they do have seals in place to protect the key internals. Those are the three main features that set the Slammer 3 apart. So we talked about the drag system, the sealing, and the CNC gears. There are a couple other standard features that we offer on most Penn spinning reels that we need to discuss. We do have the line capacity rings down here on the spool. We're also offering them on the top here. That's the first on any Penn spinning reel, so you can see them whatever angle you're actually fishing the reel, you can see the line capacity rings. One other thing I thought I'd mention is the handle knob. You're going to see a machined aluminum handle knob on the Slammer 3. Some people are fond of the aluminum handle knob, some prefer EVA. Sometimes aluminum has a tendency to get cold during the winter or slippery if you're fishing live bait. So we do offer an EVA knob in the box with the Slammer 3, although it will come like this off the shelf. And it's a very easy swap. You simply unscrew this top cap right here, pop the knob off, replace the bearings, put the EVA knob on, and that's a quick, easy switch if you prefer the EVA knob.
Never satisfied with good enough, Shimano always finds another way to improve your fishing experience. Introducing the new Shimano Stradic, the product of continuous evolution. Now with Shimano's Micro Module 2 cold forged gear, you'll experience a rotational smoothness and power transfer never before achieved in a reel at this price point. Couple Micro Module 2 with Silent Drive, which fine-tunes internal components to the highest tolerances possible, and you'll agree the new Stradic approaches flagship-level performance. If casting distance is a priority for you like it is for most anglers, the upgraded long stroke spool will offer anglers increased casting reach due to the improved line flow from the spool. The C3000, 4000, and C5000 models come equipped with Shimano's cross-carbon drag system, designed to endure and conquer the most blistering runs from the most powerful fish. Plus, Shimano's X-Protect water repellent coating and specially designed water channeling labyrinth construction ensure a lifetime of top-level performance by stopping water penetration in key areas without adding a heavy rotational feel. Experience for yourself the benefits of continuous evolution with the all-new Shimano Stradic.
Introducing Shimano DC Braking. The new DC brake is constructed to provide trouble-free casting to anglers. Conventional braking systems require a substantial amount of thumbing to prevent backlash. But DC brake eliminates trouble and reduces thumbing. DC brake provides ultra-long distance for anglers with less thumbing and trouble. Let's see the mechanism of DC brake. When the spool starts to revolve, an electric current is generated through the coil. The intelligent microcomputer constantly measures spool speed and controls it to prevent backlash. The DC brake system doesn't require any batteries or charging. The microcomputer measures and controls spool revolution at 1/1000th of a second intervals and applies the appropriate amount of brake to prevent backlash. This is an actual casting scene. DC brake can provide trouble-free casting for a wide variety of lures and conditions by simply adjusting the external brake dial. No other manual adjustment is required. Conventional brake systems require more thumbing and more adjustment to the brake to best match lures and conditions. With conventional brakes, an incorrect adjustment can greatly limit casting distance and cause backlash. However, DC brake provides you trouble-free casting with less manual adjustment, regardless of lure or conditions. DC brake can match any conditions to provide anglers with easy, trouble-free, and long-distance casting. Perfect casts, anytime and every situation. The newest innovation in braking systems, Shimano DC brake.
Hi, Mike Rice, Penn brand manager, here to talk to you about an exciting new spinning reel. Not exactly new, but a relaunch of the Battle 2. So the original Battle came out quite a few years ago, and we've now made some improvements to the reel I want to talk to you about. But let's start with the sizes. So we've got a 1,000, a 2,000, a new size of 2,500, a 3,000, a 4,000, a 5,000, 6,000, and our biggest size, the 8,000. So 1,000 to 8,000. So think light inshore, or really even light freshwater, all the way up to near shore, offshore, think sailfish, think dolphin, that type of stuff. So let's talk a little bit about the reel. First of all, on the sizing with the new 2,500, the reel is on the 2,000 size body. It has a new rotor, so a bigger rotor and a bigger spool. So it filled a gap that we had between that 2,000, 3,000 size. So think really technical, lightweight graphite rods, think 10, 15 pound braid. There was a little bit of a gap in our spinning reel lineup for that technical inshore guy, and we've now filled it with a 2,500 size. Really lightweight, balances out really nice on a nice graphite 7-foot rod. In addition to the new size, let's talk a little bit about the features that set this new Battle apart. So we've added line capacity rings to the spool. That's something you've seen on all Penn reels for the past few years, so it kind of helps the angler understand how much line they have left on the reel, especially when fishing from a dead boat, big fish. How much line do I have left? Do we need to go? Can we stay? That type of conversation. You have a better idea how much line you have left on the reel because of the line capacity rings. Another thing we did is we keyed the drag washers into the spool. So by keying the drag washers into the spool, and I'm talking about HT100 drag washers, we're now able to use both sides of the drag washer. And I should mention that all Penn drag systems now are greased. On the spinning reels, we use our Penn Blue Lube, which I'm sure you're familiar with. It's inside all our reels. We also grease our HT100 with that for our spinning reel drags. Back to the keying of the drag washers. What that does, by using both sides of the drag washer, we're now able to get about 20% more drag than the previous Battle. Not that a lot of people max out the drag, but it's always nice to know you have it if you have to stop a fish heading for cover or that's about to spool you. Another big upgrade in my mind is that we're going to sealed bearings in the Battle. So in the past we've used stainless steel shielded ball bearings. That shield protects the race from basically saltwater intrusion. But the sealed ball bearings have an added layer of protection. I mean, it's actually a tight system that prevents saltwater from getting into the bearing. The number one reason reels come back to the repair shop is because saltwater got into a bearing, it dried out, it crystallized, and now the bearing sounds rough and the reel feels rough. By having a sealed bearing, we're able to avoid that situation a little longer than if we were using shielded bearings. It's not 100% sure, but the bearings are sealed from the manufacturer. So that's where we are. We're sticking around the same retail. So basically 99 to 129 on the biggest size. The battle reel will be available at your retailer this fall 2014. Check them out.